Welcome back. Well, it was a time of knights, round tables, suits of armour, wenches and fair maidens. Maybe not a time in history you'd want to revisit. But a group of die-hard fans of that period spend many of their weekends in the parklands crossing swords and settling old scores. Not just adults either, the young'uns are getting in on the act as well.
We are medieval and historical entertainers rather than reenactors, so we do it for the entertainment.
I describe it as both a sport and a martial art.
Enter Iron Man. Make that ye old Iron Man.
We look at it more the romanticised versions of it, like you see in the movies. That's the kind of history that we like.
They're a group of Adelaide folk dedicated to fighting past battles.
You find yourself following one of the knights and hoping that he's going to get that kill shot in and really get rid of the guy that's trying to fight him.
The Blue Company Historical Entertainers and the Adelaide Sword Academy are committed to all things medieval. And they start them off young.
I love beating up the boys.
They really appreciate learning the real stuff and also learning about chivalry and honour and the whole knightly ethos that goes behind it. And go!
Mark Holgate is in charge of training the young'uns, having loved playing a knight himself since he was, well, knee-high to an armoured leg.
Definitely, you know, running around the backyard with a sword, I think we've all done that. Okay, and we're like, well, with a stick. But it was a sword. Okay, listen, it was a sword.
And just the thing to use on the local ogre.
The funnest bit is when you don't get bashed up and you can bash up the ogre and he doesn't bash up you. That's probably the funnest part.
And when you do grow up, you can put on one of these cool suits of armour.
We do research into a whole pile of period techniques and things like that. There's a whole literature behind it.
It looks rough, though.
It looks rough.
Paul Underwood has been thrusting and slashing since the olden days and reckons if done in a knightly fashion, it's completely safe.
But we pull our shots. All the blows are pulled at the last moment to minimise the impact.
So, what sort of people don these metal suits and take up the sword?
We have a guy who ran away to join the circus, ex-military, administrators, nurse.
I'm a Saxon wench.
Well, not in real life. Maria Carrius prefers to be an onlooker, but appreciates the skills of the participants.
Extremely skilled. To watch them training from when they first join us, starting with a quarterstaff, then onto a wooden sword, and then graduating onto the steel.
Do you ever get injured?
I got injured by accident, got poked in the eye.
Sometimes you get injured on their fingers, that's most of the time, but if you wear something chunky like this, it usually stops it.
So you don't have as much protection?
I don't need it.
Sir Arrogant of Ego, I presume.
Get him to do it once more just for my fun.
The groups even take their games of the round table interstate to places like Crile Castle in Victoria.
Just fun. Just being with people that really enjoy what they're doing.
Very, very aerobic. Gets heart rate up. It's a genuine pleasure to actually die. You lie on the floor, it's nice.
But get off the canvas, lads. We need to fight for what we believe in.
You might take away our lives, but you'll never take away our freedom!
What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
I kind of like the way it came across.
Yeah,
It rolled.